What is going on, guys? This is Noodle House here. We're back on Chaos Child, and we just found out that we have psychic powers. Interesting. I nodded since it didn't seem like it was going to be given a chance to disagree. You think everyone in your class is an idiot? No. But you wish you could be a part of their group? No. You've gone to karaoke by yourself? No. You went to karaoke by yourself but didn't sing a single song? No. When you were living with Kurisu, you peeked in on her while she was in the bath? No. I see, I understand. Aramura nodded and smiled. You understand what? The first question, Miyashiro, you think everyone's an idiot, don't you? That's not true. Oh, okay. Cheers, neighborhood now, really. I appreciate it. Next, you're actually lonely and want to be a part of their group. No, I'm not interested in their unproductive conversations. You went to karaoke by yourself, didn't you? Just to do something for the newspaper club. I didn't sing. That's a lie. Huh? I did sing. I did not sing. Was it just one song? I told you I didn't sing. I see. It was just one song, huh? Hey Miyashiro, is that true? You kept insisting you didn't sing, remember? Aramura, how did you know this stuff? It seemed like a waste, so I did sing one song. Finally, when Kurisu was in the bar. Oh, enough, stop it. Taku. I can't believe that now he's been caught perving on his sister. That's quite funny, but still weird. Sarika pushed down her Gero Froggy strap and made a noise like a you lose buzzer in a game show. Is this a TV variety show or something? No, that was Yuto playing a trick. He said nobody was inside, so I opened the door and looked quickly away, so I didn't see anything. It's true. Do you have any idea what the hell I went through after that? Just remembering it terrified me. Wait, no. What of it? Can you tell that's my power? Huh? I can tell if someone says it's true or false, that's my power. She could tell if someone was lying? Then I finally realised the way Aramura had acted and the things she'd said. Can you say that aloud? Was that what she was about? Is what she's saying true? No, it could be hot reading or cold reading. Hot reading? It's when you look for things ahead of time. Actually, just look it up on your own later. Forget it, this is taking too long. Kunosato looked annoyed and bored as she watched our conversation. Show it to him. That's the fastest way. Show him? Here? I don't think anyone but Miyashiro will be able to see it. Maybe, but... Aramura looked towards the ground. Show me something? Wait, what was she going to show me? She nodded reluctantly and then suddenly stood up in front of me. Miyashiro? No. What? Watch carefully. And then she lifted up her skirt. Whoa, what? No, that's not what happened. I was going to say. Huh? What are you going to show me? I almost asked, but then I stopped. Suddenly, she stretched her right hand out to the side. She inhaled slowly and then seemed to draw something out of the air. My neighbours really annoying me because they're drilling and banging, but it's all like intermittent times. Huh? As I sat there astonished, she pulled something impossible out of empty air. It was warped yet elegant. Ugly yet fascinating. It was inorganic and organic at the same time. It was as if it contained every shape in the world. It was a... A sword? Wasn't that the same thing Kunosato had at her apartment? The shape was different, but it had the same terrible feeling to it. But Aramura just pulled it out of thin air. How did you do that? Aramura looked unhappy as she saw my shock. So you can see it. Oh, what you talking about, Taku? What do you mean, a sword? You two can't see it? Serika and Ito both shook their heads. That's impossible. It was huge, how could they not see it? I quickly looked around the room, but no one else, not the customers or the employees, was looking at the thing in Aramura's hands. No, they couldn't see it. That settles it. What do you mean? What Aramura is holding can prove that someone is a psychic. It's called a die sword. A die sword? I'd heard something about that word before, but I didn't realize she was talking about this though. Only psychics can see die swords in that state. In other words, if you can see it, it's beyond any reasonable doubt that you're a psychic. Kunosato's cold voice dropped even lower than usual. But I've never used that kind of power like that. But it's true. I couldn't believe it. So much was going through my head that I couldn't think. I looked over at the die sword again and Aramura fiddled with it and snorted. Well, since we're both gigolomaniacs, let's get along, I guess. Gigolomaniacs? I remember Kunosato using that word before, too. That's what we call psychics, gigolomaniacs. It doesn't matter what you call them. I still can't believe it. My psychokinesis, you called it. That's unscientific. Yeah, psychokinesis is simply a word I use to make it easier for you to visualize. It's actually a more scientific concept that exists. Scientific? I looked at Aramura's sword skeptically. Scientific? That? I can't believe they're actually just hammering against this wall. It's so fucking annoying. Oh, I think you're wasting your time, Kunosato. Even if you explained it, he wouldn't understand a word. By the way, neither do I when she explained it to me. Don't think I'm like you. I'm actually... Right. Damn it, she was pissing me off. You don't understand it. When you do need to understand this, don't use your gigomaniac power like you're in a cartoon. It's not that simple and it's not that pleasant. What's different? The ability of a gigomaniac is, simply put, the ability to change their delusions into reality. Change their delusions into reality? What's she talking about? That wasn't scientific at all. Have you ever heard of the Dirac Sea? Well, of course you haven't. The Dirac Sea? Serika started to fidget on the sofa. She probably couldn't follow what we were talking about at all, but she could tell that I was nervous. That's a concept from quantum mechanics, isn't it? Oh, I'm surprised. I didn't expect a mere high school boy to know that. For some reason, a lot of people in the Japanese internet love relativity theory and quantum mechanics. Schrodinger's cat, for example, had been discussed so many times by now that it was considered an embarrassment to even bring it up. So I knew a little. It's different as a vacuum, defined as a vacuum filled with negative energy, right? And that vacuum is called the Dirac Sea. That's right, the Dirac Sea is a world filled with negative energy. Kunosato looked at Aramura's hands as she held the die sword. And then Aramura smiled a little wickedly. And this, what's it see? You use it in the sword to make your delusions reality. It's called a real boot, supposedly. A real boot? The die swords are shaped like weapons, but that's not all they are. They are terminals that let you affect the Dirac Sea and function as a pipe between it and reality. By using these terminals, gigolomaniacs can draw out more negative energy than should be able to exist in reality. Then, in accordance with the whole theory, pairs of particles and antiparticles are created. They become errors which affect the dead spots of others' brains. Dead spots of the brain? Dead spots of the brain? By dead spots, I refer to blind spots in the visual area of the human brain. Affecting these areas means transmitting your own delusions into them, and that's the target sees your delusion, so that even. And the target experiences that delusion as a completely real phenomenon. But that's just hallucination, isn't it? It's no different than a hypothesis. Hypnosis even. Hypnosis, really? Then what if every single person around you recognizes that delusion as reality? Every single person? That's right. But what if by everyone I meant every single person in Shibuya? Or what if that spread to everyone in Tokyo, then everyone in Japan, and then everyone in the world? Who would tell you that it wasn't real? At that point, your delusion is neither fiction nor hallucination. It becomes reality. That's why we call it real booting. But that's impossible. There's no way you could alter reality like that. I rub my head with my fingers, trying to make some sense out of all this. Let's say that hypothetically, and just hypothetically, mind you, I was one of these gigolomaniacs. It's impossible for a delusion to affect the real world, like opening a locked door. All of the researchers, including us, thought the same thing at first, but we were overly optimistic. What? The delusions of the gigolomaniacs and the shared reality they create are capable of altering the physical world itself. Seriously, man? Can you stop banging on this wall? Fucking hell, it's so annoying. I can't believe this. That's what makes him so dangerous. I looked at Aramura's sword, then back at Kunasato. Aramura was still smiling as she held the sword in front of me. I couldn't tell if the light it gave off was holy or evil, but for a moment it was so beautiful that I shivered. I'm really sorry about this, by the way, because this is actually the most annoying it's been for me as well. I'm used to making noise, but not banging on the walls. Like, honestly, I can't. I have to keep talking over it because otherwise it's probably going to be so obviously in the recording. The town was filled with noise that threatened to swallow her whole. But that was just the way she wanted it. Shibuya was a town that accepted anybody and rejected everyone. It was the only place that would let her be part of it now. She moved her legs forwards valiantly amidst the hustle and bustle. Forward, forward. Each step she took, her face twisted with horrible pain. Or at least that's how it seemed to her. She didn't know if the pain was actually appearing on her face. Her face was covered with scars and shielded by long hair that hid her hate. But as she dragged her legs down the streets, no one in Shibuya stopped to look at her. She was grateful for that, but at the same time she hated it. A flame burned within her womb. It was a flame of hatred. Why in her womb? She was nothing but hatred now. The businesswomen who passed by her on the street, businessmen even, and empty-headed students, the happy couples, the miserable-looking old people. She hated everyone. But she hated them most of all. She hated the ones who had abandoned her. She hated the ones who'd done this to her. If they hadn't abandoned her, this would have never happened. The hatred burned within her womb. No, she was the hatred. The power she'd gained that day. It was all for this. Only the joy of revenge drove her forward. Forward and forward. And then, she didn't notice that the people who passed by her turned back in surprise. She didn't realise it herself. But the woman was laughing. She was laughing so hard that everyone could hear her, like black smoke from a flame rising towards the sky. She raised her voice and laughed. Not creepy at all then. Alright, Miyashiro is awakening, not completely yet. What else? Seems to be finally remembered. They're resistant, yes. What about the sin he committed? Not yet understood. It is almost the day of judgment. Okay. Interesting. October 12th, 2015, Monday. Hey, is that the thing? The one that's really popular right now? What, really? That's crazy. Why the hell is it that popular? I was supposed to curse you, right? Isn't that crazy? Come on, let's take one. Come on, that's crazy. It's crazy. Oh, is that the thing? What thing? Huh? You haven't heard the thing about the sumo stickers? Sumo stickers? Oh, come on, you're joking, right? Don't tell me you never heard of them. No, I seriously haven't. Seriously? They're really popular right now. Popular? They're creepy as hell. No, I guess popular isn't the right word. They were found on the sites of those murders, you know, the weird ones. The stickers were, why? I don't know why, but it probably means something, right? Sumo stickers, huh? They couldn't have picked a better name. Look, here's another sumo sticker! Wow, there are even more of them, wait. What the heck are you doing? Are they kind of cute? Like if you put one on your bag? You're kidding me, right? Cute? What's wrong with you? I'm telling you, they're really popular, don't you think so? Get that thing away from me, makes me feel sick to look at, kind of. See? She says it makes her feel sick. No way, it's cute. Huh? What did you put on that? Oh, that's the sticker, neat. Oh, I like it. Right, it's gonna be our next big thing. Wanna look cute on a t-shirt? Oh, but don't you think these people would say it's inappropriate? Sure, but who cares if we all wear them? Want to try and make some merchandise? That's a great idea, like socks or something, it might be cute. Maybe, I'll think about it. Oh my god, does this keep going? What's up? Do you smell something burning? Oh yeah, it happened here, I heard. What did? You felt like the person going around setting all the fires, right? The serial arsonist? Oh yeah, I think I did. And it's supposed to be because of the cursed sticker or whatever. What's with that, seriously? It's supposed to be the same as the last thing, right? The new generation madness, you mean? Yeah, that, the new generation madness. It's a copy of that. Stuff's getting really bad in Shibuya, man. So as you can see, the dates of the new incidents match to the dates of the original New Generation Madness. And people are asking what the connection would be. What are your thoughts on this? Well, it's safe to assume that there's some kind of connection. But at the moment, I think it's too early to assume that all these are work of the same perpetrator. And why is that? Assuming stickers that were found at the scene were also found elsewhere in Shibuya, it should be relatively easy to find one. Thus, it's possible that someone left them at the scene to make it look like the same person was responsible for all of the incidents. So you think they're trying to confuse the police? Yes, that's what I think, especially in an internet-orientated society like ours. Information like that travels fast. It's possible that someone heard about the first case and decided to imitate it. There's still a lot of mysteries to be solved here. I hope we get a chance to revisit this at a later date. Now, an update on a series of arson attacks that have been taking place in Shibuya, Tokyo. Okay, and I'm going to end the episode here. Start of a new chapter, all good. If you like this video, don't forget to leave a like in the section below. If you want to see more of this, do subscribe to the channel as I upload every day. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.